for a short yoga practice for low back pain where you don't have to get up and down off the floor, maybe even just sit in a chair the entire time? My name is Dr. Robin Armstrong. I'm a chiropractor at Willowbrook Chiropractic in Langley, and I'm also a certified yoga instructor. And I've worked with yoga therapeutically to help people overcome their low back pain. Now, all you need is a chair on a non-slippery surface. I've even put my chair on my yoga mat to avoid it slipping around. I don't recommend you use an office chair where it might roll around. Now, we want to be moving in our pain-free range of motion, so if anything is painful, doesn't feel right for you, then just skip it. I'm going to be doing some poses where we raise our arms up overhead, but if that doesn't work for you, you can either keep them at chest height or at your waist, whatever works for you. So let's start by sitting on the edge of our chair, feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Let's rise up through the spine, through the crown of the head. Let the shoulders relax down the back, opening the chest, head held high. We're going to start to link movement and breath. So as we inhale, I want you to raise the arms up overhead, palms together. Bring the arms through center as you exhale, dropping the chin to the chest, rounding the upper back, the middle back, the low back. And then inhale, let's arch the low back, opening up the arms, reaching overhead, gazing up towards the ceiling if that's comfortable. Exhale, rounding. So we're alternating, arching and rounding, tilting and tucking our tailbone to warm up the spine. Exhale as we round. Let's do one more round of that. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, rounding down. And then inhale, find that neutral position again, our starting point. From here, we're going to come into a twist, but we're going to keep the spine long the entire time. So we're going to inhale, arms up, and then exhale, open the arms, twist open to the right. You can gently press against your leg to get a little more twist. Inhale, arms up through center. Let's go the opposite way. Exhale, twist. Hand to the thigh, gently pressing open. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, twist, turning the gaze over your shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. And then inhale, coming back to center once again. From here, we're going to do a little exercise to activate and strengthen the core. So we want our center part to be still. We're going to be moving our hips, we're going to be moving our arms, but we're not going to be rocking from side to side. So if you have a hard chair, see if you can keep those sitting bones rooted to the chair. So we're going to start by lifting our right leg ever so slightly up off the ground, just a few inches, and then our left arm to shoulder height. And then we're going to lower down. We're going to switch. Left leg lifts, right arm raises, and then lower down. Trying to keep the core engaged. So low belly's drawing in, pelvic floor is lifting. We're still. Right leg, left arm, lower down. Moving slowly. The slower you move, the more of a challenge it is to your body. Going back and forth, side to side, with lots of control. Let's do one more round, each leg. Leg and opposite arm lifts and lowers. Other leg and opposite arm lifts and lowers. Good. Again, coming back to our starting point, feet rooted to the ground. We're going to come into a modified sun salutation. So we're going to fold forward and then we're going to arch back up. So let's inhale, both arms up, keeping the spine long. Exhale, dive forward, letting the body rest on the thighs if that's available, releasing the head, releasing the hands. Let's just hold here for a couple seconds. Let everything hang. And then press into the feet. Draw the low belly in. We're going to
Slide the hands along the legs, elbows tucked beside us. Press into the thighs as you reach out through the top of the head, arching up, long spine. And then release, coming back to neutral. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward, long spine. Let the head release, the arms release. Pausing here for a moment. And then hands slide along the thighs, elbows tuck into your side, press into your thigh, reach out through the top of the head, arch up. And then release. Let's do one last time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Let everything release. Slide the arms, tuck the elbows, press into the thighs. Long spine as you rise back up. Good. Coming back to that neutral posture once again. From here, we're going to move over to the side of our chair so that one of our hips is on our chair and one of them is off. The one that's on the chair, press down through that foot. We're going to slide the back leg behind us, toes curled under. We're going to press into those toes, reaching back through that back leg. Take a moment, try and square your hips forward. If it's comfortable for you, raise the same arm up overhead. As you press back through the toes, reach up through the arms, we're lengthening through the psoas muscle. Often this muscle can be tight and short and pull on our low back. Breathing here. Slowly lowering the arm. With control, bring the back leg back to meet the front. And then we'll slide over to the opposite side. One hip on the chair, other hip off. The hip that's on the chair, reroute through that foot, slide the back leg behind you, curl the toes under, press back. Take a moment, square the hips forward, and then when you're ready, raise the arm up overhead. We're reaching up through the fingertips, pressing back through those back toes, front foot rooting firmly to the ground. Breathing here, in and out through the nose if that's comfortable for you. Slowly lower the arm, slide the leg back to meet the front, and come back to the center of our chair. Now we're going to open our legs to the side. So let's start by reaching our left leg out to the side. Our toes are still going to point forward. The foot is firmly planted. Now we're going to spin our right hip open as much as it's comfortable for us. We're going to come into what we call an extended side angle pose in yoga. So we want to keep the spine long. I'm going to reach out to the side and down with my right arm, and then let the elbow rest on the thigh. Spin open the chest. If it's available, reach the arm up and maybe overhead, lengthening from the ankle to the wrist. Gaze can be up towards the ceiling if that's comfortable for the neck, or just simply straight forward. Feel the lengthening through the side waist, the armpit, the hip. Let's slowly lower the arm, draw the low belly in, rise back up. Bring the left leg in, bring the right leg in, back to neutral. Let's do opposite side. So this time my right leg is going to slide out to the side, toes pointing forward. Left hip opens up. We're still sitting on the chair. From here, nice and tall, I'm going to reach out with my left arm and down, and then let the arm rest on the elbow. Elbow rest on the thigh, and then spin open the chest. Right arm reaches up and maybe over top, lengthening through the side waist. Feel the length from the foot all the way to the fingers. Breathing here, nice and relaxed. Recognizing one side might feel a little different than the other. That's normal. And then slowly lowering the arm. Drawing the low belly in as you rise up. Bring the legs back to meet each other. From here, we're going to do a hip opener. Now, we all have different availability in the opening of our hip. So I'm going to show you a few modifications. So
The hardest version would be, and it's okay to use your hands to lift your leg, you're going to cross your ankle over top of your thigh and then fold forward. For some of us, that's not available. So let's straighten the leg out in front of us, cross the right ankle over the shin, and then slide your leg up as much as it's comfortable for you, letting that hip open up to the side. From here, we're folding forward over top the leg. We're not putting much pressure on the thigh, we're just encouraging it to open to the side, and we're breathing. I'll show you the other version. We're just folding forward. With every exhale, we're softening a little deeper, opening the hip. Often these hip muscles get tight when we suffer from low back pain. It can exacerbate the issue. And then we're going to draw the low belly in, slowly rise up. You can use your hands again, uncross the leg. And we'll switch sides, knowing that one side might be different than the other. So you can start by straightening the right leg, crossing the ankle over the shin, sliding it up as far as it's comfortable, maybe even bending the knee, crossing the ankle over the thigh, folding forward. With every exhale, we deepen. With every inhale, get longer through the spine. So we're not rounding or curving through the spine, we're keeping the spine long. And then when you're ready to come out, you're going to draw the low belly in, rise up, uncross the leg. Place both feet flat on the floor. Let's come into our final resting pose. So you're going to sit back in your chair so your back is supported. You can let go of your breath. I like to inhale through the nose, exhale it through the mouth with a sigh. Close the eyes. And just take a few seconds to pause. Let the body settle before we have to return to our everyday life. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Thank you for joining me for this short seated yoga practice for low back pain. If you have any questions about anything I've done here today, please feel free to ask myself, Dr. Robin Armstrong. I'm always happy to help.